Hello guys, how are you all? So I hope you all are fine and I am receiving many messages from you all about the ICSS Student Education Fund Trust. So I'll try to clear you each and every confusion. Now talking about Student Education Fund Trust, what exactly it is. So see guys, under this scheme, if you are coming under the eligible criteria, then your registration fee, your examination fee, any other fee included in the registration will be refunded by the ICSI. Okay, but you should meet their eligibility criteria. Now, what is eligibility criteria? Number one is that it is for those students who are economically backward, who are coming from the economically backward section, whose income level is less than 3 lakh per annum. And number second is that the students who are academically bright, and so for those students there is no income limit. They have given further condition under this two categories. Now talking about criteria 1, that is economically backward students with good academic record. So the first condition given by them is that in 12th standard the student should have scored at least 65% marks or equivalent grade. CGPA means grade. Or if the student has done bachelor's degree irrespective of any field, so in that case the student must have scored at least 60% or equivalent grade. Okay, so this is the criteria. And the second condition which they have given is that the income level of a family or a guardian should not be more than 3 lakh. Okay, and the third condition which they have given is that the student has to submit the income certificate given by the central government or state government. Okay, so this is the important condition. This is document, the income certificate, which you have to submit with the form given by the institute. I'll show you the form later. So you have to submit the income certificate. This condition is not applicable to academically bright students. Okay, so you have to submit income certificate given by the state government or central government. Please note that if the certificate is in photocopy, that is you have the Xerox, then it won't be accepted. You have to submit the original income certificate, and affidavit issued by the notary is not allowed. And if your income certificate is in any other language and not in English, then you have to submit the original income certificate along with the income certificate translation in English. Okay, so you have to submit the income certificate original in any other language you have along with the English translation of an income certificate. You have to submit that. And please note, you have to submit your mark sheet also of 12th standard or graduation. Okay, you have to enclose that with the form. So number one benefit is that guys, if you are eligible under this guidelines, then you can apply for the refund of your registration fee of CSET after you have cleared the CSET exam. And the second condition is that if you are registering in the CS executive. Okay, so after you clear the CSET, you are registering in the CS executive within the stipulated time, that is within the time given by the institute, that is the deadline given by the institute to register under CS executive, and you are registering under that time. In that case, you can also claim for the refund of your registration fee of CS executive. Yes, this is the second condition. You can also claim for the refund of your registration, okay, fee. In that other fees are included. Okay, so that how you can claim. See, you can claim within 12 months from the date of your registration. Okay, so suppose you are registering in the month of September, so you can claim within the 12 months from the date of your registration. So this is the criteria. Your registration fee and the education fee, exemption, e-learning fee, etc. included in the registration will be refunded. This is the second condition. This is applicable at the time of registration in the CS professional also. So suppose if you are registering in the CS professional, okay, you have cleared CS executive and you are registering in the CS professional, so you can claim for the registration fee. You can claim for the refund of CS professional registration fee within 12 months from the date of your registration. Now the next condition is that which is very important and which is creating confusion in the minds of student also, because it is mentioned as first attempt. So what exactly it is? So if you're clearing CS executive or CS professional in first attempt, okay, so you can claim for the refund of your examination fee also, but the condition is that you should clear in first attempt, and you can claim for that within 12 months from the date of passing of your examination. So this is the condition. So you can claim for the your registration fee also, you can claim for the refund of your examination fee also. But for examination fee there is condition of first attempt, but for claiming the refund of your registration fee there is no criteria of clearing the CS executive in first attempt or CS professional or any other level in first attempt. clear. So I hope your doubts will be cleared about this. The same condition is applicable to academically bright student also. Same benefits are there, only the thing is that there is change in the percentage criteria. Okay, so what is the percentage criteria for academically bright students? The first is that you should have scored at least 85 percentage marks in 12th standard or equivalent grade. And if you have bachelor's degree, then in your bachelor's degree you should have scored at least 70% or equivalent grade. Okay, now this is the condition, and the important condition is that for academically bright students, they don't need to submit the income certificate, only they have to submit their mark sheet along with the form given by the institute. Now I have opened this criteria. See, this is the new guideline which has been updated by the institute, that is, it has been changed from 6 months to 12 months. It is mentioned, you can clearly see that the students can claim for the refund of their registration fee or examination fee within 12 months from the date of registration or 12 months from the date of their passing examination. This is the condition. Okay, earlier it was 6 months, now it is changed to 12 months, so don't get confused. So here I have opened the guideline for academically bright student also. In that the benefits are mentioned. It is same as economically backward student, only there is change in the percentage criteria, and there is change, that is, you are not supposed to submit the income certificate, only mark sheets. Okay, now I have opened the certain guidelines which are important. In this it is mentioned that the financial assistance provided by the institute is applicable to only those students who are coming under the eligibility criteria. And the second is that if any student who is getting the assistance from the institute under any scheme, then in that case that student will be eligible under this scheme, only the amount of shortfall will be given to the students. And the third condition is that institute can make changes in this guidelines if needed. Okay, this is the condition. The fourth condition is that the financial grant or assistance will be given only to those students who are eligible under the criteria and only to those who apply. Okay, so you have to request to the institute for claiming the refund. Okay, you should not consider is that institute will give me the refund automatically. No, if you are eligible under this criteria, then you have to request to institute. And the fifth condition is that, see, here it is mentioned that you have to apply for the refund if you are claiming for the registration fee of any level within 6 months, but now it's changed to 12 months. Okay, and here it is also mentioned that if you are clearing the exam in first attempt, then you have to claim within 6 months from the date of passing your examination for the refund of your examination fee, but it is changed to 12 months. Okay, so you can apply within 12 months from the date of passing your examination or from the date of registration. So this is the condition, don't get confused. Now I'll open the form. Okay, the form has been given. So see guys, if you're applying under this scheme, if you're eligible under this scheme, you are required to submit the form that has been given to the institute. So where you will submit this form, you have to post this form. Okay, along with your necessary documents, you have to post to the institute address. Now many students are asking me this, ma'am, if we'll mail, is it fine? Guys, it is mentioned by the institute to please post. Okay, so if institute changes the condition, then it's fine, but as of now institute has not changed the condition, so you will have to post the necessary documents. So this is the form which I have opened. Now please note that along with this form, if your income is less than 3 lakh rupees, so you have to submit the income certificate, right? So income certificate along with your mark sheet. Okay, and that mark sheet and income certificate should be original, guys, and the mark sheet should be attested by the gazetted officer, that is, it should have the stamp of any government officer or the member of ICSI. Member of ICSI, that is any practicing CS stamp will work. Now the stamp should be on what? On the mark sheet. Okay, and now for academically bright students, guys, you have to submit the form that has been given by the institute, and don't get confused between the form, because in the form they have mentioned that this form is for economically backward student, this form is for academically bright students. Okay, so those who are academically bright students who are applying under this, so they have to submit the form along with their mark sheets. Okay, they are not required to submit any income certificate. So these are the conditions. I hope your confusion will be cleared now and you don't have any confusion. If you have any confusion, then please visit the institute website, and you can also mail them. They have mentioned their email address also. So I hope your doubts are clear now, and thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye, take care.